that they got the year after I left. And she was like, he's like, that girl right there? Like pointing and everything. I'm like, yeah, at the point.
Listen, I'm about to stack this social with undergrads.
Why not?
Hold on, but that's what Minnesota State has done.
Come on.
Right.
That's what I'm about to stack the social with people that I meet.
Well, no, think about it. That's what we should do. It's a farming system. I mean, the NCAA does it. Like, think about it, like they do. So we stack with undergrad students, so by the time they're graduate students, we've trained and built up students to make sure this organization does what they're supposed to.
Sir, I'm totally.
Okay, so where are we?
Quarterly minutes. We needed to make sure that we reviewed the president's report.
Goals, data, and state of the organization.
Right. So
We've got the state of the organization, I think, down pat.
Yes, we do need to get that. Well, no, I don't think we got his perspective of the state of the organization. Yeah. No, but you didn't say that. I didn't get your. I mean, you didn't say that.
I think we have a lot to build on. I think we're in a dire place. That's why I was talking about the SWOT analysis piece.
Oh, yeah.
So let's.
I think we kind of like ended up doing this over here.
Yeah, let's knock it out. Let's knock it out. Then we'll be.
All right, what thing? What do you hate?
Let's knock it out. Let's see what happens.
I mean, it's fine. But it's like we end up putting the same thing. Like, where's the last time SWOT analysis? You know what I'm saying?
I haven't done one.
With the results. So maybe we just need to record the results.
How?
Yeah.
Got a response. Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, for your stuff.
Oh, how'd I get it to you? Put it on tape.
Okay.
I'm mad because, like, now I found mine. It was in my pocket, but I never put it in.
Okay, John, what you got?
Okay, so
So we can take notes and send them to someone.
yeah,
Aria. Yes, I'll send them. All right, great.
we so for my accomplishments for the first quarter, we I worked with the finance committee to create a proposed budget, worked with the conference planning committee, and created leadership team application form. The challenges for the first quarter were limited engagement from leadership team members, limited funding for travel and lodging from NBGSA. In the past, we were able to actually fund some people, at least the lodging, and some of their travel. We weren't able to do that this year. Limited institutional support, and Minnesota Mankato is an excellent example. Grambling is another excellent example of just the things that are shifting on campuses that make it more difficult for people to financially engage with NBGSA. Working effectively with strong personalities was a challenge this first quarter. And then most of the work was falling on a few people. And I think that's something that's been the culture of this organization. People end up checking out, or NBGSA tends to fall down the priority list around midterm time, and things begin to pick up as we get closer to the conference in the second semester of the year. And I see that happening this semester. So those were challenges that we dealt with. As far as goals, my goal is really just to make sure that we know exactly what we're aiming for, so we can be more effective at achieving that from this point forward. So first goal is really to identify what we're doing well and do more of it. I want us to perform a SWOT analysis and then identify 3 to 5 successes to repeat regularly. I also want us to identify 10 NBGSA sponsors. So update conference sponsorship materials, work with the VP of marketing to clarify our message, create organization sponsorship materials. We have materials specifically for the conference, but not necessarily for the organization. And after conversations that we've had this morning, it's kind of like, do we even really need that? Can we just strengthen the stuff for the conference and just like go hard with that, and make sure that we include in that information about our organization? I think that can do. And then establish a sponsorship and fundraising plan. And we kind of already have that with the conference piece. But again, it's like, we just have to decide whether or not we're going to push forward on the conference tip, or are we going to stick with the whole we're more than a conference tip. And it sounds like We're leaning more towards just putting our energy towards creating a successful conference and then like marketing around that. And the last piece is just to update organization policy documents. So whenever we're passing things down, we don't have to either start from scratch, or we don't have to feel like we have to reinvent the wheel, or we don't know where to go to find information. So like we talked about at lunch, how we need to have a policy document for that. John and I were talking about the regional conferences and how we don't really have policy for how funds are dispersed to the regional reps. And we don't know how the money is going to them or coming from them, because the whole goal is for a regional conference to raise funds for the organization. So we just need to kind of create policy around a lot of that stuff. Not even create it, but because a lot of it is already there. We just need to write it down and update the stuff that we already have. So that goes for the Constitution and bylaws and our standard procedures of operations. So this is October. I wanted us to leave this weekend. By the end of this weekend, I wanted us to be able to know, like, these are the 3 to 5 things we're going to put our time and energy on, and only focus on those things. So that I wanted us to take care of that this weekend.
Say that again. I'm sorry, the last piece.
I want us to identify the 3 to 5 things that we are going to do and put all our energy in those things. We don't do anything else except for those 3 to 5 things, and everything we do is connected to those 3 to 5 things. As an organization. Yep. And make it simple, straightforward, and clear. And then by the end of November, update conference sponsorship materials and identify 30 potential sponsors. And my idea behind that is this idea of like the 10x rule. Like if your goal is to get a certain amount, do 10 times that in an attempt to guarantee that you will actually achieve that. So if we reach out to 30 schools, maybe half might respond, and then half of that might actually be willing to provide us with some sponsorships. And so if our goal is maybe to get 10 solid sponsors, then we'll have to talk to like 90 to 100 institutions and develop a relationship with that many institutions for them to like really end up being our sponsors. That will increase our chances of garnering the type of money that we really need to be, quality to support ourselves financially. So by November, I want us to have identified our first 30 and begin reaching out to those and trying to build a relationship with those institutions. And then by December, I want us to have updated our organization policy documents. And I think all of that will put us in position so that when we come back in January, we'll be able to spend time preparing for the transition, really, because we will have been planning for the conference that entire time. We'll be in Houston, so the idea is that we're there trying to figure out what people need to be doing in March, right? So a lot of that time and energy needs to be spent on preparing people for things like nominations and elections, letting people know who are interested and running for positions, what types of things they need to know. And if we do want to show up to conference with people ready to run, that would be awesome. So we just really need to make sure that by the end of December, we have things in position, at least policy-wise, so that we can make that kind of stuff happen. In worst case scenario, during the transition meeting, not during the transition meeting, but during conference, we have a part, like we have the beginning part of the transition meeting, but it's more in depth and it's more intentional. So yeah, that's my report. And did you have your hand up, John?
Oh, I did, but it just, you answered the question. We got music. Awesome. So whatever we need as far as if they want to come and recruit and things like that, just, I know it's supposed to go to David, but
I think you should garner that.
we got to connect.
Sure.
Like when Tina says whatever you need, she needs it. There's a.
And I think that's the other thing we haven't really tapped into is our relationship capital. Like we all know people and we all have these unique relationships with tons of people. And it's going to sound different coming from, you and your people, right? And if I were trying to get at your people,
Yeah.
and I think if we tap on into that, that'd be a great way for us to really build these sponsorships. And then everyone who says no to being a sponsor, or who doesn't necessarily say yes, we wanna invest in your organization through sponsorship today. We have recruiters. You can come present, or you can at least promote our conference to your campus. It's all about us building and maintaining those relationships, and we haven't really reached our potential in that area at all. So.
And when I met Mike Davis, I was like, once you garner it, like once we're like, okay, well, our conference planner handles this, we'll direct you to her once we do that. So yeah, no, garner that relationship first. Hopefully by the end of this, like, or like whenever you do call her, everything will be up, like for real, you can go look at it. I mean, everything's up so that she could go look at it, but I mean, like,
I gave it the website.
I'm gonna work on how to put that on there today.
And so the other stuff as far as marketing for the organization that I really want us to walk away this weekend with clear takeaways with is just things like our elevator speech. If you had to tell someone about NBGSA in 30 seconds or less, what would you say that would make them want to be a part of the organization? Our tagline, our verbal snapshot, testimonials. We have tons of people who have great things to say about our organization. We just don't have the information all in one place. And then we don't have an at a glance or a brochure. We have all this stuff for the for a conference. We have a lot of this stuff for the conference, but not necessarily for the organization. So, and I would like to get our position descriptions on the website too for people who are really interested in running for org. So.
Awesome. Can you see what time on the thing? See what time Kendrell's supposed to be?
2.
Really?
Where is it? I think it's 2.
I just want to hear what he has to say.
You're gonna be nice, okay?
I'm always nice.
You're gonna be nicer.
You were able to get in contact with him?
I'm about to call him now and ask him if we'll hop on the website.
2:30. Oops. You can still call him.
If it's like that,
Another thing that we need to make sure we walk away with today is a plan for the outreach.
that happens at the quarterly.
Yeah, the quarterly and also for the conference too.
Right, but I guess to garner that relationship for the conference.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking
That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think that's a part of what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I mean, so you're
I mean,
Y'all are crazy. What time is Drell supposed
I
to be
thought you
there?
said so.
50? I think
But I said
45.
something.
I thought you said so.
50.
I did say something.
Drill's coming?
Yeah, I know. I
Coming on the call.
Oh, it's coming in call, okay.
Okay.
Okay, I'm tired. That's
You
But
better
itis,
wake it up.
that itis, you better fight it.
real.
You hear me? You better wake it
I
up.
should have had a Dr. Pepper, not a Sprite.
I went wrong with the uptown.
You went wrong.
I went wrong with the uptown.
Why? That's you. Caffeine.
Tons of sugar.
I was gonna say, I'm like, that's not
A strong crash. We can crash together.
I'm always scratching.
Just sounds so bad. I be always crashing, man.
This whole week though, ever since I stayed up that 23 hours.
Hey, we up that.
Sorry.
Let's focus.
Sorry.
So now,
Do y'all want? I mean, I can give a report.
I'm sending mine to everybody right now.
I haven't done mine yet.
Mine's done.
so that's what we can do for real is
But I mean, if we come up with follow the flow, we already created it. Let's follow it. Your report requires for us to look at some things, so let's look at those things. Your report requires. Your report requires to look at some things. John's report requires to look at some things. Let's go to those, get those things done. My report requires to look at some things. Let's get them.
Okay. I'm just trying to. So Drell will be at.
Now, who's gonna write while we strategize these?
all right.
You don't like to.
I'll type.
You're writing on. I mean, like
I'll type.
write it down on paper.
Why do
Like,
we have
so
to
that
write
we
it on paper?
communicate.
Oh, I'll write on the board. I don't like writing on the minutes. So that
I'll type.
Okay. You like to type? You don't
Yeah,
like to
I
type.
don't
he
mind
gives
typing.
good notes.
Okay, great.
I don't mind typing.
Okay, so the first thing in your piece that we need to recover was what?
You talking about the goals for October?
No, the president.
Yeah, the goals, his objective.
Identify what we're doing. Oh, the 3 to 5 successes to repeat regularly.
Okay. So let's identify those really quick.
Networking.
Networking.
Okay.
Networking.
Use that one, the empty one.
It's so funny every time you do it. I'm like,
Is that your phone? No, this is mine. You got the same one.
Get your own.
networking,
Things you've done well, right? That's what you're asking?
you said identify 3
So for me,
to 5.
3 to 5 things
I
that
said
we,
we just, oh, sorry.
well, 3 is fine.
I was like, just put them and then we can decide for sure which one.
Oh.
When you say network, you mean
That's
networking from what? This network, like meeting people.
Strengthen the networking, our networking as an organization, how we connect our members via social media, via emails, like, I guess, maybe that's communication then, not networking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so like we have our forum on Facebook
Mhm.
and people can talk about whatever they need to talk about and stuff like that. And I think that's part of networking.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
I think so for me, if we're talking about things that we do well, we provide an opportunity for this kind of falls under networking, but I think we need to really focus on the interdisciplinary part of it. I think that should really, you get the opportunity to, network across discipline. And I think that should be a selling point of ours. Then that's something that we do well and we should focus more on it. Yeah. See,
This is why I'm a mathematics major.
But y'all just typing, aren't you typing these?
Yeah, I'm typing too.
I was looking like
Oh,
a young girl.
No, but when people are gonna be referring back to these minutes, we have to say network of what, and then interdisciplinary what.
yeah.
Oh, you gonna flesh it out later?
We're fleshing it out now.
Okay.
I think he was waiting till we decide which 3 we were going with.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I was brainstorming, and then once we selected which ones. And y'all have any other, what is it, identify 3 to 5
Things that we do well,
things that we do well.
That we can-
We network,
that we can put our energy in.
we do networking well. Relationships, we do relationships, building
Yes.
relationships well.
Yeah.
So,
And I think we need to spend more time on that.
I mean, it's skewed up relationships, but I guess they work.
Okay, believe it or not, I think when we're at the conference, I think the speakers are great. At least most of them. Like the activities that we do during the conference. are good.
Activities,
Also, provide a quality conference.
Yes.
So we do
quality
provide a quality conference.
yeah.
I believe that because the Hazelwood group was great. I mean, the speakers at lunch were pretty decent. The Black Gala that we had with the spoken word. I thought
No,
that
we
was
provide,
good.
now we do that, we do provide a quality conference. That's true.
Yeah,
That's
no,
true. And what else? Is that 3? Is that enough?
that's 3. What else? Let's keep brainstorming. Let's keep brainstorming. Do we have any more?
No.
I think these 2 right here, I don't know, yeah, we are disciplinary, but I don't think we act on it. At all. We build relationships well and we have put on a good conference.
Yes. We do produce.
And building good relationships come out of providing quality conference, because most of the time people connect at our conference. And they continue to garner those relationships after.
Okay. So we know we want to. we know we want to spend time and energy on the conference, and the networking piece, and we talked about what that's going to look like through this stuff. What else do we need to focus on?
That's it.
So really
More
everything needs to lead to the
information
conference.
Interdisciplinary.
Yeah.
Like research, relation, what do you, like, so how can we do better from it if I don't know exactly what it is?
So-
So be able to explain to people, because there's been times it's like, interdisciplinary organization, like, what do you mean interdisciplinary?
Meaning that we all come from different.
I know that. I get that.
Well, you know who explains this really well? Dr. John, I forget his last name. Yeah, Williams. He talks about the benefits of inter and cross-disciplinary research and how we're creating new forms of information and understanding the world by reaching across disciplines and working with each other. And I think that can be a really strong selling point if we're able to articulate it effectively. But yeah, I think that that's something that we can offer.
That we would like to offer.
We already offer it. I mean, John Williams, that was, yeah, about that specifically. But I mean,
He might show up today. Won't be surprised if he shows up at 2:55.
He's here?
He has a lot going on.
Okay, yeah. But I think that should be one of our selling points. Personally, I think when you're looking at things that set people apart, like if someone puts that on their resume, it's like, oh, you can communicate not only with people in STEM, but you can also communicate with people in social sciences and vice versa and all this other stuff. And I think that can be a really strong selling point if we're able to help people market themselves in that way.
Well, I think that's it. I don't even know if we can hit that.
I think that's enough.
I think 3 is always,
It's a good number. It's a good odd number.
Okay.
3 and 7.
So now when we're out here talking to folks, it's like, why should I? Yeah.
And even on that presentation, going back to what you were saying about voting, what do you mean as far as voting without having a presentation?
No, I'm just concerned about recording stuff. Stuff being put in stuff.
Yeah.
Right. I'm a black and white person. So
I thought we were
if
voting.
we see it in black and white, we're able to say what we did.
Racist.
This is what we're doing, and this is what we,
And
this
so-
is what we're going to do.
And I just
Because
think-
at the next conference call, it's going to be us forwarding the call anyway. So we just say, okay, this is what we're going to do.
that's 4 uncalled topics. There are people sitting there. Genevieve always on the line.
Well, yes, but her not saying anything doesn't contribute.
No, none of them have.
So we don't need a presence. We need to say something.
We still on. Yeah.
Genevieve, call me 803-546-3892.
So yeah,
In the fun, she called me.
like right now.
Right, she like, Willie, so you got something you want to say? Yes.
All right, so these are our selling points. These are the things that we want to put our energy into focusing on. And even if y'all like, I just need to know if we all have buy-in in these things. We all have buy-in in these. Do we all agree that like these are 3 things that we need to spend the majority of our energy on from now on?
I feel like it, because I feel like
I think you got it.
building relationships, interdisciplinary research. That's the example that I gave. Like, I thrive on stuff like that. I just like doing it. So it's like if someone hits me up like, hey, I'm thinking about this, doesn't matter where they're from. It's like, okay, check out this school has a graduate assistantship. Talk to them. Simple. Yeah, I do that.
I'm still a little foggy on interdisciplinary research.
I mean, that's only one I am too.
I think
that's
we should talk
research.
some. Right, maybe research, maybe presentation.
Yeah, can we just do our?
But
I'm just
everyone
foggy.
has
I mean,
research.
I don't know what it means. I know what it means. I know what interdisciplinary research means. I don't see where MBGSA does that.
And so when you asked us to identify 3 successes, you said we're already doing it, but I don't necessarily see how we're already doing it.
So you say research.
No. We're asking the question.
Well, no, I think that. So when I think of what I think of what Dr. Williams was talking about, I think we have the potential to make that like something that we focus on.
Yeah.
And I guess we don't
So are we
particularly
talking
do
about
it
what
now.
we can do or what we do?
We do research right now. We do offer opportunities for people to present their research. For people to present their
We
research.
offer to present research at the conference.
But
Yeah.
then doesn't that fall under provide a quality conference?
Oh, that's a good point.
All of this falls under conference. We only have one.
Right, so why don't we just erase all of this and just go with conference? And
We
then,
have conference and then we have, but are we trying to be an association or are we trying to be a conference?
this year, a conference.
Okay.
So then as we're
I
as
think we
we're
can provide a framework for them to turn it into an association. But at this point,
So when we campaign, what are we campaigning? A
the
conference?
conference
We
is an
just-
organization.
the conference.
We get in the conference, like we're putting out the information to wet their palates to say you need to be in graduate school, you need to do this, this is why you need to do this, and this is the organization that can help you get there. That's what we're doing. We're trying to build this, we're trying to do that. you
So
know,
we need
that-
to shine a light on these things and then end on this.
We're trying to farm,
Okay.
or just the conference, or Black graduate student education. If we are a resource,
Black intellectual experience.
whatever that is.
I had that.
But I'm saying, if we are a resource, if we are a three-pronged resource, right, ABJ is a three-pronged resource, right, that's what we want to see. We provide, we provide information, right, because we're talking so much. Then we provide a conference, right? Then we provide many experiences in the region, right? These are the things we focus. Conference, the information we're gonna put out, conferences, and many experiences. That's what we're gonna do. That's why we're developing this campaign for people to go out
So
and
those
talk about
are,
organization.
Just, is the English, like, major in it? Can we take out many and put multi?
Okay. Multi-site building, right?
Just say multi-experience.
Multi-experience.
and so under conference, we have networking and
Networking.
interdisciplinary research.
Research. Parties.
Okay,
And
so
we
what's
do-
info then?
Drinking.
Water.
Propaganda.
Shut up. No, seriously.
Language.
Oh God. We do not offer propaganda.
That is consistent. It's consistent,
Consistency in language.
but that's not necessary.
Policy. What do we stand for? Who, where, when, why? How do we do it? Remember I did a whole presentation on this. Start with the why, right? That's where this comes in. Start with the why. How do we do the why? Right.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's all we, like, literally, every time I went to, it was like,
I
so
did
you're gonna
this
read the book.
workshop.
I said, if I read Simon Sinek one more time, start with why.
I
It's
did
a good
this
book.
I did
It's a
this
good book, brother.
I did this presentation already.
It's a good
You
book,
guys
brother.
just completely ignored it.
That's not true.
That's what I'm doing
I
it
didn't
again.
ignore it.
You weren't here.
I wasn't here.
You weren't here.
Well, I don't know where you.
So you ignored it by default.
I'm asking, are you gonna do this?
So you're ignoring it by default. So if we start, so here's the, if we're, okay, MGSA is the premier resource for Black graduate students,
Yes.
right? That's what we are. How do we do that? Okay, by providing information, propaganda, language, consistency on the level, the newsletter, and policy, hold up to level policy. Then, how do we do this through our conference? What happens at our conference? Network, research opportunities, presentation opportunities, right? You know, partying and drinking. You know, we do that. That's what we do, partying. And then, of course, how else do we become a resource? We do multi experiences in various regions, you know, or states, or on college campuses,
Region.
HBCUs as our target for this year, you know, and of course, Minnesota.
Appreciate it, like, as long as we slide in there, like, HBCUs, and then.
And then Georgia too, right? 'Cause that's not a predominantly Black school. So we do,
What is that?
so then we do these many multi-experiences, and then these are the things we do. Now, how are we gonna do these? Okay, we're gonna provide some language for, we're gonna provide some brief language for a particular brochure. So we'll do that. And we'll get people's contact information. We'll gather contact information, right? So you have language for brochure, language for bro,
So we need
Right.
a listserv.
hold on. Then you have contacts, right?
Yeah.
People that we meet in the streets,
Listserv.
okay, listserv. People we meet in the street, people contacts, we start getting people's contact information. Okay, how else do we do this? Mixers, we're inviting people to mixers, right? Mixers, same thing as.
Oh, we're doing propaganda right now?
I didn't take him seriously. Are we? That's real propaganda?
Well, it's a language. It's like, it's what, we're saying, what do we promote?
I think propaganda has a negative connotation, but we don't mean it negative.
But it is what it is.
Okay.
It's like, it's indoctrination.
Yeah. I think propaganda is not necessarily a negative term, it's just,
That's how I receive it.
yes.
Okay.
Indoctrination.
I really thought you were being funny.
Right, so you're talking about language, like, what are we saying? What is this? What is the organization? Is it a conference? What is it?
What's our message?
Or,
So by language, do you mean like what's our message or
yes.
what are we telling people?
Yes.
Okay.
If it's the premier graduate student, if it's the premier resource for graduate, the nation's premier resource for Black graduate students, that's language.
Okay.
What are you guys promoting? The Black intellectual experience, that's language. What are you guys promoting? The Black entrepreneurial experience, that's language. The Black research paradigm of the nation, that's language.
Propaganda is negative.
Propaganda is negative? So you went to look it up just to make
Sure
sure?
did.
Okay.
Information, especially of biased and misleading nature, used to promote or publicize a particular political cause. No,
No, that's pretty much what
Oh,
we're
that's
doing.
pretty much what we're doing.
it just says especially of biased or misleading nature. That's the only part.
Bias or misleading.
Especially.
Misleading.
People.
But it may not be
Right
misleading.
now, it's a misleading nature. but
It
we
may
don't
not
want it to
be, I mean, well, you were misled, right? Right? Most of us were deceived, that's how we got involved in this, right?
We like the conference and then we're
Right,
like, sure,
right,
we'll join
right,
the
Right, we like the conference, and that's what people do. People come to the conference, they like the conference, then they try to sell out to the organization, then they find out that the organization is just a hollow shell, right? And that's what, and that's because we don't have consistent propaganda. We don't have consistent indoctrination. Like when you go to Google, they indoctrinate you. Like it's Google everything, nothing else but Google. When you go to Apple, it's Apple everything. I have Apple everything.
I'm
Right.
close to having that.
All right, but see, and it's just like they said, everybody sticks with one thing, right? We just don't stick with what it is that we, and so one way we tried to solve that was by changing the leadership structure, giving people longer terms to work in office. That's one way we tried to change the whole revolving door of the organization. We did that, we accomplished that. That's a goal, that's an accomplishment for us. We did that, great. So now we need to think about, now we need to start creating language for generations to come about what this is and how to make it perpetuate. See, the one thing about the one thing how the Bible works is the Bible doesn't change.
Yeah.
That's how it works. So the 10 Commandments are the 10 Commandments. And if people don't know nothing else but the 10 Commandments, they know the 10 Commandments. And it doesn't change. So we have to find language and doctrine or teachings about an organization that doesn't change. That's consistent. That helps us perpetuate the organization.
Okay.
And when I say policy, I really mean the Constitution, like the rules and regulations of the organization. That's what I mean about policy. So networking, research opportunities, presentation opportunities, career development happens at the conference,
Yes,
right?
that's what our workshops need to be about.
What's that first one?
Well, it needs to be about research and networking.
Networking,
Our
Ross.
workshops need to be about research.
Yeah, because they don't know how to do research. The kids don't know how to write.
Look,
Career development.
I didn't learn how to do
But that's
real
not career
research
development.
until my final year of grad school. And I was just like, why didn't I have this class like the
I
very
just
first?
have
That's
research
true.
institutions the whole
That's
Like
year.
research and method skills, like almost made me not graduate. Like, that's
Wow.
how hard that class
I didn't know. Because Clark Atlanta's a research based.
MSU thinks they're research.
But see, that's what students need. Students need, and that's another thing we can provide. Gosh, I wish this was a real organization. Another thing we can provide is boot camps. Like Michigan does it all the time.
I can't read your writing.
Michigan does, huh?
I can't read your writing.
You can just ask me. Michigan does it all the time. Like they offer, like remember when Anta was here, how they offered our kids, like one of the gifts that you could win was a scholarship for methods and research workshop
Really?
that was taking place at UMich for a whole week. You remember that?
Mhm.
You remember that, right? Anta got that little thing, and that was their sponsorship that they gave their, I better write this down, that they gave MBGSA two
Did they
tickets.
go? Did they
One person went. One person went. This girl went from Howard. Her name is Camilla Satin.
You have a good experience?
She had a great experience. She was at University of Michigan studying methods and stats for a whole week in their program.
So
So that's like
You talking about the IS? Yeah. ICPSR.
Right, so, and
I'm
then,
like, how we need to get back on?
and then a lot of people don't even know how to use those resources. So while we're sitting here talking about bringing famous people to the conference and bringing artists, and bringing Erykah Badu to the conference, and I hope you're listening.
They're not talking
'Cause I
about.
don't give a,
They're not. He's not talking about bringing her anymore.
I know, but I'm just saying,
It's a-
that
it's
should
just an
never,
update. It's just
it
an
should
update.
never cross our minds.
It's just an update.
Because we're premier research for graduate students. Students party enough, you know, and they can party
Party's
at
gonna
night.
happen.
The party's gonna happen, but if we.
Especially if Kelly Rowland built.
Right, right, but I'm saying like, they party enough. The organization needs to provide for them what they cannot get in their own experience. Is there a way to teach Black kids how to do research methodology? Whoever that professor is, that's the professor we need to have at our conference, teaching a 2-day research workshop intensive. Because the people who come to our conference don't know how to do research. You can tell by the amounts of people who sign up to present.
Unless it's India, because then you get lost in what you're saying, and then at the end you're like, oh.
Right, oh, that's what you mean.
Cool.
Secondly, who can teach Black kids how to write? Because the people who come to our conference don't know how to write. So at conference, it needs to be a 2-day intensive workshop for people to learn writing and publishing and publication skills.
Do you have people that you know that we can?
No, but let's put the ideas out there, and then you guys can find people. Let me just say what we need, and then we all pool
I got a
our,
couple people.
then we pool our resources.
Because they're English professors.
Right.
They're like,
Who can teach Black kids how to do this? And that's who we need. Because those persons who can teach Black kids how to do research will be passionate about our conference. And then the kids who come to the conference will actually get the resources that they need and go home better researchers and better scholars, and not just better Blacks.
So
Did you just shut me down already?
No, not,
Yes, you did.
no, not
Thank
really.
you.
I was like, no, not really.
so part of what we need to talk about too is like, what are the needs of the Black graduate student?
I gave you 2 of them.
I know they were. I know. This
That's
is
all we need. Let's start with it.
okay. So can you like read that stuff so I can write it down?
John is doing.
John is,
Oh.
John is
creating
trying
that
to
chart.
He's designing a chart. No, but I'm just talking. So I'm
No.
trying to free talk.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm typing that.
He
Too.
says, whenever he talks, you better write down.
I mean, I'm-
Right now,
Spirit
it doesn't
is
come.
moving.
Right. It's
I'm-
the spirit.
I'm right. Look, I'm
Once it's
writing.
over, like, don't ask me to repeat myself, because I'm like,
You ever know what the end
But
of the
I am
word-
writing.
At the end of the word, do you even know what you said?
I don't even know what I said.
Okay, anyways, what word are you looking for? There's
What's after networking?
research.
Research. and
That is
information
research.
opportunity.
That's
You did
research.
it right.
Right. Oh, I know what that means. I know this is something. I know what this is.
Stop. I ate too much to be laughing.
That's party drinking.
That's part of
And then he
it.
actually wrote that stuff.
And then I wrote down career development. And career development is when they go
Resume.
when they do resumes, when they do a CV, because they don't even know how to do a CV.
That's so true, bro.
They don't know how to do CVs. So this is something that we, huh?
Oh, someone can cover it?
No.
No, I do cover letters either.
Cover
Yeah.
letters nor CVs.
I don't know.
See, look, he-
But you-
he got it.
I'm like, look, I got a cover letter, I got a resume, and then I have a thank you letter, and
Right, but and you have that already in place.
Yeah.
But the majority of the kids that
you
come to
know-
our conference don't have that.
And you
in
know
place.
where we should get this stuff from?
That person that you were talking about?
But it's everywhere.
It's fellowships and scholarships.
It's everywhere.
We
Go
need
to
to go to
YouTube.
Texas and get those people at Texas to do these workshops.
Yeah, and it's free.
I got a plug, I can ask her.
It's free and it's free online in California.
Let's
Like,
figure
all
out
the
what we're gonna
University of
ask her
California systems, The
First.
University of
Florida State
California
does it
system,
too.
they have all the stuff online for free, like cover letters, CVs.
Yeah, Florida State does too.
They have all the stuff online, so you can know how to do it.
Like
Yeah,
MSU at our Career Development Center, they give you a book that teaches you how to do, like, it gives you outlines and examples that kind of teaches you how to do.
Right. And these are the resources that we have at various, so are you getting this done? These are the resources that we have at various schools that we all have access to, that we need to put under the NBGSA letterhead and logo and send to them. Here's our day. Maybe we can do like a weekly bundle.
Yeah, and we have to see, the thing is, we as MPGSA should be paying, so Florida State has a thing, and it's open for Florida State students. You know, they get
Right.
access, so why, that should be almost something that we provide under your dues that you're paying, don't you think?
Yeah, if you pay, well, that's what I'm saying. What are people getting?
They can go on these sites and just log in with their MVG. Well, we don't have that yet, but MVGSA emails.
Or you can post them on our, or you can take the PDF, save it, and post it on our website.
Yeah.
And give them the credit.
Yeah.
That's all we have to do.
Okay.
Take it and post it on our website, give them the credit. Here, when you log into our membership portal, you get access to sample CDs, sample cover letters, sample thank you letters. You know, and John Harper wrote his own thank you letter. He can give us that one.
And yeah.
And that's all we can do. And it's all about, see, we have to get over that. See, that t-shirt is a lot realer than we think. Like, that whole, like, you know, long time look down the man is like, lift him up. And like, we got, our hands are so greased.
It's like, I got a resume, I got a CV.
Right. Right. And it's like, I got mine, now you got to go get yours. So we done greased, we done Vaseline our hand down, so that even though it looked like
What did that say?
whichever one.
You sent that one to him?
Which one?
The greasy hand?
No, I didn't look at the one. I
You
just
should
said,
have
like,
it like dripping oil.
like dripping oil. Because that's the
Oil
truth.
runs down.
That is the truth. Like, it's dripping oil. Like, we have all access to all this information, and we need to provide it to our students. Then that will say MVGSA is a viable thing. We can send them a weekly bundle on Wednesdays. I send out Monday morning inspirations, whatever it takes.
You do.
Right. But I'm saying, you do a weekly bundle. Hey, here's a sample CV letter. Here's a sample cover letter. Here's something else. Bam. Here's a new way to do research methodology. Bam.
Okay.
Here's a YouTube clip. It's a weekly bundle.
So this is how I am about all of this, which I think is amazing.
Okay. Who gonna do it?
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's all we got. If we strategize in this meeting, and if we use our time together to we can plan the next 5 weeks of weekly bundles, just sitting here having a conversation.
All right. So what time is it? Because there's gonna be a time when
2:35.
we get to work.
Well, we
working on.
Yeah.
Can we get the multi-experiences piece real quick?
Okay, multi-experiences. That is where the
That's
multi-experience
not. Isn't that still?
is like the impact campaign. It's called the impact campaign, where we have need-based meetings on HBCU campuses. The impact campaign is nothing more. We have need-based meetings
He just named the
on
campaign.
I did.
Did y'all catch it? Hell, they ain't no vote no more. I threw out voting about
Look,
it.
all in favor?
Okay.
So we do impact campaign where we have need-based meetings on HBCU campuses. What we can do is we can ask, number one, we can provide our platform to student affairs and activities or student services or the dean of student services or any organization that we may have a connection to. Say, hey, can we partner with you to have a need-based meeting on your campus
And
for
Networking.
The presentation.
presentation opportunities.
That's drinking. And then put writing seminars.
Is that not, that's separate from research?
And it's called writing for publication seminars. Because that's what we need. We need
These
writing
are
for
the
publication.
speakers we need.
Right, not writing for publication seminars. Because remember now, if you're gonna be a resource, all our resources can't be inspiration. Sirs, ma'ams, we already are
We're
inspired.
inspired.
We already are inspired. That's how we got it. Graduate
You
students.
tell me
Right.
how to get to where you are.
Right. I'm already
Don't tell
inspired.
me I need to work hard. I'm in grad school. I'm already working. Like,
Right, we're already overachievers. So we're already inspired. We're in school. So why are we sitting here needing to provide more inspiration? No, tell me, give me the practical. Tell me how. Tools.
Well,
We need tools.
Never mind, we're on.
Go ahead.
Never mind.
Right. We're on YouTube, right? So give me tools. Is Michael Cobb back on with us? 'Cause I
That's
don't know
how
where
you
he
do
is. I hadn't heard Michael Cobb. So you know, I'm just saying, like, if
Seeing your way to
having the tools. So we need writing for publication seminars, research methodologies, and statistics workshops. Like this girl out here, she's like, these kids, they don't know statistics. And if we find a way, like if we put together a weekly book and just communicate it through a listserv. Here's MVGSA picks or MVGSA picks. And are we going into basketball season? Like even if we just did it for basketball season, MVGSA picks. Bam. Here's what's gonna happen. Here's what's gonna happen. And every time there is an event in the country, all of us officers should host the MVGSA event at an event. Like if there's a Super Bowl party, or I can become MVGSA social.
y'all trying to come to Minnesota for Super Bowl?
Right. Yeah. I mean,
We got sweet.
we'll be all of us will be advisors, but
Is by at the Super Bowl?
Oh, they made sure once the stadium got approved for the Super Bowl, they put them tickets right away.
MVGSA did?
Nah, me and my people, I kicked them out.
No, but I'm just saying, like, but
I see, as a supervisor,
but we'll all be advisors by then, and maybe pissed with the organization.
I'll be a
According to
director.
this.
Everybody
I
can
can't
be
Pissed with the
I
organization.
can't
Everybody
be
tripping
an
$100, that's
advisor.
cool.
Oh, you can do
I don't got masters.
Okay.
For now,
You be an advisor. You don't have to have a PhD to be an advisor.
I'm pretty sure you do.
Who said that?
Actually, it's probably not written down anywhere.
Ain't nothing.
There is no constitution.
Right, that's the problem. That
It
is
would be those
the
advisors.
constituency. Right. So if we did that, if we put these things together, multi-experience events is where we have need-based impact meetings on HBCU campuses. Where we talk, number one, we talk about the vision and the offerings, and we talk about the organization, the MBGSA offerings, the organization. We talk about the vision and mission of the organization, you know, or just put together the nation's
That's what we're
resource.
doing right now.
We're doing it right now. This is it. This is what you get when you come to MBGSA.
That's been that's been our biggest issue probably is people don't know who we are or that we exist.
Right.
But once they do, people like this is a thing, and then they want to get down.
Right.
And then they get down.
It is different for us because we get to do it for blacks. We get to do it for blacks while other predominantly large organizations do it for whites. We get to do this for blacks. So in our regional meetings, we do HBCU impact. We talk about MBGSA offerings. We try to address the area of concern. We talk about the future of graduate education for blacks. Or we can also talk about the decline of the necessity of HBCUs. Like, the HBCUs are no longer needed. Is this really?
Hell no, even they need it. Look at
HBCU
this.
relevancy.
No, but I'm just saying, HBCUs are going through a tremendous drop in enrollment. You know?
HBCU
But I
relevancy.
want to talk about Clark Atlanta up there a moment this year.
I'm saying you have schools like Clark Atlanta
HBCU
and Howard and FAMU and Hampton. Then you have schools like
Morris Brown. How about them? Like,
We
what,
so excited that they offered their bankruptcy, you know.
right? But why didn't HBCUs come together and help Morris Brown get back together? Like, get
They
it
might have.
together.
because it was it was started by blacks.
Right.
That's the only school in the agency that was actually started by black people.
You know what happened to Morris Brown?
Black
They
people.
reached the hand down and they greased it.
Oh my bad. Oh, oops.
Oops.
That president showed it.
That's what happened to
So,
Morris
so
Brown.
like,
Grease that hand.
It was like that scene in Juice.
Mixers.
Mixers. Yeah.
I'm getting good. I already got Dr. Thompson right.
He writes like a doctor, man. Writes like a doctor, man.
Many experiences, regional meetings on HBCU campuses where we're going to need food. You know, we're going to need printed material. We're going to need T-shirts. You know, for impact campaign, that's what I'm talking about right here, John. And we're going to need food. You know, funding for food, paraphernalia, and trinkets and promotional materials. So we'll need that little stuff that everybody can have access to. If they want to have a meeting, call the national office, say, listen, I want to host a meeting, and would you please send me 15 sheets of paper, you know, a food voucher, you know, a giant voucher, a grocery store voucher, and then they go buy food,
That's
they
what we
set it
really
up.
need to be doing. Sending when they do stuff, sending out like gifts.
Right,
So
send it
the
out,
Publix.
right, sending out a grocery, say, you tell us what store is nearest you in your area, we'll get you a gift card for that particular store, or send you a bank gift
Visa card, yeah.
We can send you a bank card and then from the bank. And then that automatically have $100 on it for you to do what you need to do in your region. Submit your receipts and be done with it.
As long I was just waiting for that submit your receipts part. Because I was like,
Yeah, of
we ain't
course.
giving no Visa card.
Well, of course you gotta submit your receipts.
Submit your receipts.
Or you should have been the treasurer, obviously.
Oh, wow, there's an R in there.
Or the executive secretary. You know, the executive secretary does everything.
There it is. Aria.
Okay. So once we identify, so maybe if we can let's identify these HBCU campuses really quickly, or you know, campuses where black students will be, you know, or where we would try. What are our initial campuses we want to hit? Okay, your campus, Howard,
FSU, FAMU, it's
FSU.
definitely gonna happen.
and then Minnesota.
What would you call this?
Which one?
Your chart. Just give it a title before
This whole chart? Yeah. Oh,
I typed it all out.
This is the MBGSA. This is the
Yeah, I
National
see.
Black Graduate Student Association, which is the nation's premier resource for Black graduate students. How? The how. The how chart.
How far are you from Savannah? See,
About an hour, some change.
I have an undergrad
Howard.
freshman at Savannah State.
Mm.
With his tail over.
And you know what else we could do? Those student council meetings, those graduate student council meetings,
That's
when they
where
have
you
on
need to
campus,
be.
they always try to have food at their meetings. All we gotta do is say, listen, we'll code and we'll sponsor having food if you give us 15 minutes to talk about our organization. Automatically,
They
that's
say
push.
that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, because automatically, you already got a meeting set up, you already got people that are there, all you need to do is take a sign-in sheet and get names and email addresses and phone numbers. Once you get names, email addresses, and phone numbers, they're in your group, they're on your listserv.
Sioux Central.
Hey, I think I found the Constitution.
The newest one?
I think
We
it was
have
the one that-
copies
I think
of
it was the one that we
Constitution.
got. It was the one that we updated like last. Now, there's been edits since then.
Yeah.
Well, it should have been some edits because everything that was supposed to be voted on in
Should have
the
been implemented.
meeting should have been included.
Marcus said he was gonna resign and give us the information, but wait. What time is
He did one or two of those things.
it?
We offering. Jarrell, I'm sorry. No, we don't need to. We know we got $13,000 on one account, and we know we got $120 on another account.
It's about $200.
So we have $359.
Lord,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
so direct,
59.13.
Okay.
okay,
Thank you.
so people are paying dues, so we need to get this stuff together.
Yes, and I guess this is the only people that I see that, should pay are, I don't want, I'm gonna give out names because, everybody's there. So, I have a payment from Willie J. Thompson, have a payment from Ari Smith, have a payment from Billy Burnside, have a payment from John Osu, and payment from Joel Miller.
Okay, so Kenneth has not paid. Has he actually paid, or is it just that he has an invoice? 'Cause I got an invoice email through the national site, but I didn't get a paid,
Yeah, it's, I don't know what's happening with this thing. It comes to the account, but I remember seeing the payment reported on the box account. I don't know.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, on the Wild Apricot, I got an invoice, but I didn't get a receipt, because so what happens is Wild Apricot sends invoices, and then they send a receipt, the copy of the receipt to the admin, which is to me, and I didn't get his receipt. I got his invoice, but I didn't get a receipt. Can't do it.
Everybody know who Weekend Book Publishing is?
No,
What?
Weekend Books.
Weekend Book Publishing. They pay registration for services, but they pay their, the dues, but they have money to pay them. So this is why we
Does it have an email address?
have get close. So that's
And they pay through
one.
PayPal?
Yeah.
And there's no email address? Okay. But David said about the affiliate chapter, most of the time it does happen where you have to reach out and say, hey, we got a payment from you. We need to know your organization or what school you're with and the 5 people that you want to put on your thing. So we
You know, I don't know. So, I know, with the affiliate system, the student Johnson is trying to find some details on it, but they're,
Okay, well, the benefit is David found her passcode, so I'm gonna be going into the website before we call Charleston to shut it down.
incredible.
I don't know what I'm gonna find or get, but that's the plan.
What do you want me from me? My practice on YouTube.
Anything y'all need specifically right now from him? We do wanna talk about like a plan of action for just us as finances and going, but that is gonna be, of course, a longer conversation.
Yeah, that's something that we about having, kind of.
Yeah, and make sure.
So,
And next year's budget.
making sure that, yes, that's fine. We can, so right now, let's shoot for before January 4th, have that budget started.
Okay.
Is that reasonable or?
No, that's fine.
I was budgeted by
We need to have a proposed budget, going into Houston. Yeah. Okay.
But I thought that as soon as possible. we can schedule for your call next week.
There's a call, not this Friday, not this Sunday coming, this Sunday, in 2 days Sunday, next Sunday. Yes,
Next call.
yes.
Okay, so, just shoot for that,
We'll text.
I'll
We'll text.
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right. Thank you, girl.
Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you for being the only one that called in.
Stop throwing shade to everybody else in the organization. I love you, Jarrell.
Peace, bro.
Jarrell.
You got to go to class.
Or if you're gonna shave, you gonna stress me with it, like, really.
Yeah, he be like, you have my number. I won't answer. You can call me. I just won't answer. You be like, Genevieve, call me. Don't call me. You heard me the first time. I don't need to hear your rebuttal or anything. That's what I said.
See, here's my 2013, 2014 MBGSA content list. So it's an Excel document that they get that even Jerry, somebody gave us to.
Were you on this committee? You was on the committee.
What committee?
You was on the team. That's why you had it. I bet you did the whole, because I was a member during those times. No.
Here's the nominations, and here's his phone number, and there are their email addresses. And here's the school bill.
I said you was on the send that to everybody. But this was before I got here. This was my first year.
But see, this is John's name's on here, David, Jerry, Teresa Cry.
She died.
What?
She didn't die.
Don't say that. Don't say it like that.
Oh, yeah, she did die because she was supposed to be, but she got out.
Chair.
She jumped
was
out.
She was in Hawaii with you.
Brooke L, no, she was in
Not
Hawaii.
with you, but they said she was on somebody.
Flamon, Dominique, Tiffany Smith, Sadonna, Philip, PJ. Is PJ here? Atlanta.
Nah, he's in,
I don't know what he's doing these days.
he's not good. Oh.
He's a stripper, so he's doing a whole lot of.
I had to unfollow him. His views was so.
He was going through a whole lot of.
He was going through too much that I couldn't. I just could not have that feeding into my timeline. Very, y'all like this Bible book, but
Oh, no, I didn't hear that.
yeah. But what about y'all rich history in Africa? Like nobody discounting our African history, but y'all be like, he just always be like, y'all this Bible stuff.
He went super hotel. Hotel. Like history, Egyptian, yeah.
Our interest.
Oh, hotel, like Nimble.
Yeah.
Oh.
I thought you said hotel at first.
I thought it was hotel.
I was like, hotel party.
So go ahead, brother.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. I was trying to see what day, was I on the schedule
Today.
today, what time?
Well, we had asked everybody to put a time to present because we know your guys' schedules at home are different. So we were just saying whatever time best fits between. It was between 10 and 3. But if you're available now, you can give your report.
I'm ready to help you get the road. I was calling to trying to get the time from.
Okay. Do you want to do it today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow is perfect.
What time tomorrow?
What time do you guys start?
We'll probably be cranking stuff out by 10.
Okay.
So, we get 10, 10:30?
10:30 your time or my time.
So that would be 9:30 your time.
9:30 is fine. Only thing that I'm basically going on with is the thing that we have to do, right?
I mean, whatever you have done and what you plan on doing the next quarter.
Okay, perfect. I'll get you.
All right, great. Talk to you soon. Bye. Does he know we grabbed his whole time?
Y'all been telling him.
Nope, sure didn't. It's not that we didn't tell him, he didn't get on the, we have weekly conference committee talks with, David, weekly.
I don't think I've talked to him since August.
You've been on a call with him.
I
No, but you've been on a call with him.
don't think I've talked to him.
No, but you haven't talked
Since
personally to
05.
him since
August.
August. You guys being on a call together does not necessarily mean y'all need to talk then. When I saw Kenneth Williams, thank him, I was like, Lord, glory. What he got to say?
I was like, your phone is that's a typo. Like, what Kenneth Johnson?
He didn't glad, well, he had to teach today. He was
We
like, I know how
had
to get out.
27 schools in attendance at the first conference.
And the first ever conference?
The first ever conference. 27
Who
schools.
the hell is Lane Lyman guy?
Oh, see, it's part of the state.
Yeah, all these people. 27. Even Harvard.
And how many did we have last year though? Seriously? Did we have record of that?
We had 20 in schools last year.
I can name 10.
But we will this year.
Let's see if I can really name 10.
Yeah.
You know I gotta start with the best on top.
Bam. Howard.
Iowa's, Jacqueline was the president from Iowa State.
What do you say? Who?
Jacqueline Davis. 1991. That's the second conference. Todd Shaw was the president for the first conference.
Mm-hmm.
University of
Yeah,
Michigan.
Minnesota.
And see, they just kind of moved up. Jacqueline became the president.
That's how it's supposed to be. The vice president's supposed to move up. Anyway, what?
Michigan State. Oh, yeah.
Thomas Stewart we had a guy from Harvard in 1992.
All right.
History of the organization, you don't have it?
Yeah, we do. It's in the OneDrive.
The short history of the MPJS.
The short history that's like 30 pages long.
Yeah.
That thing bothers me every time. I'm like, this is not short. How many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, I think they did. I think they try to make you add to it every year. But I guess it hadn't been added to in a long time.
Okay, so we have 11.
All right, guys. So it's 303.
Oh, Nova.
Oh, yeah. No, Southwestern. Oh, Barry University.
Like this year when I come to
Clifton was
conference,
Clifton?
Clifton was Ball State.
There's more than
there
that.
was a state representative application.
There is one.
Yeah,
I mean, they use it.
that's what I
This
use.
is our first year.
There's a regional conference template.
Yes. Are you in the OneDrive?
No, I'm in my personal MPGSA folder.
That you didn't even know what was in there. I think you must have downloaded the OneDrive.
No, I've always had this folder. Every time they send me stuff, I always put it in this folder.
Oh yeah, the OneDrive is gold. When I tell you, there's some more HBCUs.
The presentation form, the conference registration form. I'm like, well, how come we don't? The results from Orange. Do you remember you gave us those color things?
I still wanted to do that.
You still have that? You have it?
Yeah, of course I still have it.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Why would I get rid
I
of
don't
it?
know
True
what color
colors.
I am.
I feel like you're gold.
I'm orange.
I don't even know what that means.
And I don't even know why I was orange.
That shit good,
You like
though.
structure? Like a lot of structure? Pay attention to detail? Not really?
I don't like chaos, but I'm not necessarily a type A.
Oh yeah, because you sent us this little online thing that we were supposed to fill out.
Yeah.
And then it gave us these results.
Y'all
I'm
said y'all
aggressive. It
was gonna-
says my aggressive score is 12, my passive score is 13, my passive aggressive score is 9, and my assertive score is 15.
On our scale of what?
Communication skills. Like how you communicate.
Assertive, I'm assertive in my compared to the next highest score, especially if this was in 2 points. My second highest score is, my assertive, and then
That's
passive, then aggressive, then passive.
Okay, what are we supposed to be doing?
We really can create, which we can kind of like break off for this last hour or whatever and hit different things. But like,
What time y'all got?
Did we address the president's concerns from his chart?
What time do we have to, no,
Oh, it's next.
But
because I don't think they'll figure it out.
I just want, we can get ready, we can prepare like the PowerPoint presentation for like all the stuff you just came up with. I know I have stuff that you want to work on.
Did you cut and paste the January quarterly?
He gonna be so
It's
hurt
a
when he
document.
find out like we scratched his life.
Wait, his life.
I don't know how y'all scratch his life and didn't tell him.
We talking about
We haven't talked.
He hasn't, I called Ken on a many
You
occasion.
know what I'm saying, through email. You're like, we had a conference coming in, here's what we did.
Oh, okay, so.
That's how I scratch it.
I mean, I should have, but I don't want to waste my time because he don't read his emails.
That's true.
Yes, but if you at least say, well, we communicated with you about what was going on.
I called him
Then-
several of many times, he ignored my phone calls.
Then you won't feel some type of way when he finishes talking about tomorrow.
He ain't gonna know tomorrow either.
what is your job description?
I just wanna know what he's gonna say, because he's like, well, we've completed so far. What have we completed? What have you completed?
I wonder why he called me.
Huh?
I wonder why he called me.
What is your job description?
He's been ghost for a while. Literally, he just came.
Grandma's homecoming ended this past week.
Okay,
The only thing I don't like.
okay,
is
but we
that-
all got stuff to do. Let's be honest. We all have
I
stuff to do.
understand this. What are you,
I agree.
okay, so what are you about to work on? Y'all working on the presentation.
Yeah.
What are you about to work on?
Um,
The policies?
I could.
Please.
Jesus.
Or just tracking down the latest constitution so we can make sure the edits were made.
Give me access to OneDrive and I can
Okay.
go from there.
You don't have access to one?
Not the MBG the same way.
You can never get straight with him.
One more time.
I'm gonna call Dava, and I don't know if you can share his time right now. She's at work. How is it? Is it really as good as they said it was? No.
How's it going?
It's good. It's your grandmama's, to me. I mean, it's a cake. It's not like boxed or anything. It's cake.
Okay.
You already sent your report.
Oh, I should work on
I was doing the actual document, so it can be uploaded to OneDrive.
I'll do that.
The NBGSA capital campaign prepared by Todd Shaw, Demetrius Tatum, Beatrice Tatum, and Ivan Turnipseed. They put this $100,000 it's supposed to be raising.
That was how long ago? Did they raise that?
2012.
Appreciate it.
That's not bad.
That's
Well, I'm willing to say.
how close are we to our goal?
Well, we're pretty close. We got what, 87,000 to go?
Yeah.
Because we got 13,000 still left from last conference.
Someone from the capital campaign.
Oh, not from the capital.
Okay, so I'm gonna call Dave. I'm gonna ask you.
I'm about to make a slide for us to collaborate on.
Okay. And Ari is about to do something too.
Google Slides.
I just got out of this last minute seminar at work. I might have to reschedule. Your call was at 2:30. Your slot was 2:30.
Who was that? Did you say? It was last minute.
So over people, y'all don't understand.
You don't understand.
He put no effort into this.
I can't deal, like,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to feel like how Ari feels. Like, why? Because I came the farthest.
But if you work the hardest, you'll feel good when you leave.
yeah.